This is The Real Shift with Templeton Walker
and Kristen Cantrell,
where we break down all things Real Broker, why we both decided to move our businesses to Real Brokerage. We interview top agents from across the nation, like you're going to hear today. Guys, welcome back to The Real Shift podcast with your hosts,
Kristen Cantrell
and Templeton Walker, and we are honored and excited to have one of the newest members of Real Brokerage.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name's Jeremy Fuhst. Jeremy Fuhst.
I could sing this guy's praises, and I will a little bit, right, because I want to brag on you, but
I'll accept them all.
we actually did a mastermind yesterday, and I said, this is one of the most influential realtors, most respected realtors in our valley here in Arizona. There's not an agent that I don't know that doesn't love you, that doesn't respect the hell out of your business model and your work ethic, because you're really productive without having to do a lot of like the noisy team stuff that people see. So I want to unpack some of that today, but mostly just want people to understand why you made the real shift. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Kind words. Thanks. Thank you.
I actually feel like, I know you know this, but I feel like a proud mom with you because we've known each other for like since you were a baby in real estate. And so I just I get so excited anytime I see you successful because I'm like, oh my gosh, I just feel like
7
I saw
years
you
ago, we were sitting in a little booth at Revelation.
Yep.
And I'm like feeling on cloud 9 because like, oh my gosh, they want me. You know? They want me. You know?
I love
like
that feeling as a new agent.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Like I always tell every new agent, I'm like, hey, they're gonna act like they want you.
Yes.
You know? But you're interviewing them.
Give us the cliff notes of your journey, like, was it Revelation? Like, give us a little bit of a frame.
So I've been in real estate for 7 years, right? And I started at Revelation with Kristen Cantrell here. And then at Revelation, I met a guy named Matt Chick. And
shout out, Matt.
Eventually, me and Matt partnered, and we moved to Keller Williams. So we were at Rev like 2 years, I think. We went to Keller Williams. We were there for a few years. Switched to EXP. Me and Matt decided to go separate ways. We're still really good friends. And then
in that process, though, you guys created Impact, which grew to be a
grew
big,
fast.
awesome.
And I could dive into that too, but we just recently switched to Real after being at EXP for 3.5 years, and
you were there for 3.5 years. That's a long time.
That's crazy.
I feel like time flies.
Yeah, and and to be fair, like when we were at KW, when I heard about Real, and it wasn't in Arizona yet. I went to Chick, and at the time we were in a contract at KW, and I said, hey, when our contract expires, we should really look at Real. And when it expired, Real hadn't come here yet, and so then that's what actually opened us up to having conversations at EXP. So I'm like, hey, I want to be in this model.
Yeah.
You know? And so then we started talking to people at EXP, and ended up landing there. But I have like DMs from like 2020 to Kim Ryan, before it was even open here. I'm like, hey, like, what's the scoop, you know? So I've always been super interested in Real. I think I just align with the values of what Real is, you know? So I'm just pumped to be here finally. Like, it's been a long time coming.
So what are like the value, like what are the things that are drawing you to it over the years?
So, I mean, most importantly, I'm a big fan of people,
Yeah.
you know? So like, if you can find the model that fits what you're looking for, and I'm not trying to, am I allowed to swear on this or no?
We swear sometimes,
Okay,
I think,
all right,
yeah.
Sometimes it just kind of comes
Yeah, no.
But I'm not trying to shit on any other model, right? But if you find the model that you like, that fits you, that fits what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, and then you just need to find the people that you align with that, you know, makes the most sense.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a big believer in just being happy.
Yeah.
Right? If you can go make a ton of money and be happy, find where that happens, you know? Like, I don't want to make a ton of money and be miserable. So, one, you just find the people, you know? And so at Real, obviously there was like, I call it the blue wave that happened 2 years ago, where a lot of people that I knew switched, went to Real, and I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of dope people making
the blue wave. I like that.
I like it too.
There's a lot of dope people. So I just knew it was a matter of time, you know, just had to kind of figure things out before I made the move. Because to kind of get a little level deeper, when me and Matt broke up, which was early 23, I think, early 23, I really kind of restarted my business. Because at that time, we were managing a team of 40 people. We were super big in the investment side of things, wholesaling, flipping, creative stuff. And then when me and Matt split, I really had to get back in production, try to figure out how I make my income. Like, what I figured out was I was so my income is predicated on other people's performance, you know, and I didn't like that. And so like something I'll never get out of production again, whether it's, you know, I'm doing 100 units, whether I'm doing 20 units, but like I will drip on my database forever. I will nurture my sphere past clients forever. I don't even remember where I was
Will
going
you
with this,
ever
but-
manage a 40-person team again?
No, hell no.
Well,
No.
I had a similar thing, right, where I had like this massive team and a ton of scale as the market ran from 19 to 22.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then now, like I look at it as such a blessing because the market kind of forced me to cut and get more nimble. And I'm making similar money, a little less, but like almost as much with 90% less noise.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
risk.
nice.
Yeah, and risk. And what
Yeah.
I also realized is like, I have to do work. I can either manage people, which is work, or I can just do the thing.
Yeah.
Like either of them's fine. And if you put some good pieces of leverage, which I know you have,
Yeah.
you're able to go do 100 units as a solo producer because you're leveraging out. And I want you to speak on this. Like
Yeah.
in that new model that you've pivoted to, you're crushing. What is the leverage that you were like, okay, I don't want the 40-person team again, but I need certain things. What are those?
Sure.
Like, how did you adapt it?
I mean, when all this kind of and this is like I call it the infant stages of what I'm doing now because again, like I feel like I restarted, you know, because during Impact from 2020 to 2023, I was like, dude, I don't want to sell a house again. Like, fuck all my past clients. I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, don't call me. And if they did, I'd push it off to someone on my team.
Yep.
So like my business was in the trenches. Like they were
You had to
it was
restart.
not good, you know. And so when I kind of started, I have a small team now. There's 5 of us, but I was very clear with them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna bump your splits up to almost nothing, and just call me when you need me. And like that's the deal. Like I'm not training. I'm not showing you shit on the MLS unless you like need it, right? But I'm not doing MLS 101 classes. Like that's the death of me. You know? Like I'm not doing it. And so I'm still going through it. But the big leverage piece is, and I think it's going to depend on the market. So like right now we're in a heavy buyer's market, and I think I'm in the a weird camp of agent where I'm like, give me more buyers. Most performing agents are like, hey, I want 20 listings. You know, I'm in the camp if I want more buyers because buyers I just leverage out showing agents, right? And I have VAs and other things that schedule all the appointments and have conversations for me. But if I can leverage out my showings, and then my involvement is writing a contract and being done. My ROI on that's significant.
Yeah.
Right? Because all I'm doing is, I call it soft work as well. So I kind of segment it between hard work where I'm tied to something, right? I'm at an appointment, I'm on a Zoom call, I am tied to my work, and then I have soft work where it's like, hey, I can make phone calls from the beach. Right? Like, give me soft work all day, you know? But if I have 10 hours of hard work a day, or I'm sorry, a week, then my life is pretty good. And so if I can just write contracts and negotiate them from my house or from the beach or from wherever, then I'm living a pretty good life currently, you know? And so the leverage that I have is, the big one is showing agents for sure, right?
Are your showing agents on your team, or are you using
No.
something like Xiaomi?
So I've used Xiaomi. Xiaomi's kind of like last ditch thing, right? Like I don't love it.
Yeah.
And I've used it enough. I'm not going to speak on that.
You should speak on it.
No, I
I
don't
think
wanna
people
speak
need
on
to
it.
know about it.
But I have a list now of showing agents that we go direct to.
Yeah.
That, like, they did a good job for me.
Yeah. Not from Xiaomi though.
Yeah.
I got you.
If you're reading between the lines.
Yeah. And so we just have a list, right? And so like my VA will have all the conversations. It's like VA, because she's in my CRM acting as me. Lead says, hey, I want to go see 123 Main Street. VA says, great, what time? She schedules it. She reaches out to the agent for me, says, hey, this is Jeremy's assistant. Do you have any contracts or any offers? And then just in a Slack channel, she sends me the PDF. She reaches out to the showing agent that works in Gilbert, says, hey, do you want to show this house? She's in my Venmo. She sends the Venmo to the agent. And so then if they like the house, just give me a shout. I'll get a call. I have the MLS sheet in my Slack so I can look at what they're actually looking at. I say, great, like, what do you want to do, you know?
You have to have at least like one really good story where that has not gone the right way.
Sure. I mean,
Please
it's not
just
perfect.
Share one good
It's
story.
not perfect. The big problem is when you use VAs, and I'm solving this, right? And I kind of touched on it with this Talk Like Fuhst GPT. But there's a difference in how they communicate. I'm very like candid. Like I'm like, yo, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. You know, like, what's up, dog? Like things like that, you know, like that's how I speak to clients. Not them. They're like, they're perfect.
Hello, kind sir.
Yeah.
Was the showing
like they are perfect
wonderful.
with like their grammar is articulate, you know? And so I've had people say, like, is this actually you?
This is not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I'll call them. Like, yeah, dude, what's up? You know? So like nothing crazy though.
Yeah.
I've had to fire showing agents for sure because I also do a lot of internet lead stuff, which is difficult to convert anyway. But if I can get an internet lead in a house, I feel like I've moved them forward in a big way. And then showing agent would show, and then they cut me off, right? So then I feel like I lost that lead, and the only thing that I can figure out is showing agent. So I would release that showing agent.
And be like, yeah. I don't want to get, so one, this is awesome tactics, and any agents listening to this, if they're going to run a lean and leverage solo model, this is huge. But I do want to kind of shift gears a little bit to your move over to Real, right? We're on the Real Shift podcast. Like, to run that, and you've been at an indie brokerage, then you went to Big Red, and then you went to EXP, and now you're here. Like, why? Like, why Real, and why now?
So I've been at 4 different brokerages in 7 years. I feel like I've improved every single time. You know, I loved Rev. I didn't know any different, but loved my time there. Went to KW, fell in love with KW. Went to EXP, was exposed to a different model, exposed to different people. And when I was at EXP, there was just something kind of missing in my heart. And I love the people. Like, I met some incredible people there who helped me like with the leverage model and things like that. And when I think about, when I've thought about moving to Real, for me, it's just a culture thing. It's like the people who are here are like
Your people.
They're my people. Like I vibe with them, you know? And I didn't have that idea. Like I was just missing it.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just starting to get more and more unhappy, more and more felt like I was on an island, you know? And so I just wanted something more, you know? And obviously partnering with you guys, it's like huge. Because I've always loved you guys. You recruited me. I've known you forever.
We love you.
And why are you giving me that face?
I'm just saying, we love you back.
Yeah, but you give me a weird look.
You guys can't see, but he's got tears in his eyes.
And
you know, like our relationship kind of started probably 3-4 years ago, and we kind of dove into the relationship, investment stuff, and then over the last 2 years, you've just been hammering my phone and I'm going to send you the link, sign up, send you the link, sign up.
I always just call, like, anybody that I just love, that I have a good relationship with, friends, like, I'll just call and I'd be like, you want me to send a link?
Totally.
And they're
I think it's time.
They're like, what's up, Tim? And I'm like, oh, okay, anyway.
I think we're all three similar in that way, that we actually build genuine relationships in the real estate industry. So recruiting becomes this like fun thing where we can just like say stuff like that.
I always tell people, I'm like, hey, this is the worst recruiting pitch ever. You're my friend. I'm going to help you either way.
Yeah.
Stay, or if you called, if you stayed and you called me, I'm going to help you.
Yeah, but also like more people should be like that, dude. And I know we recently talked about this, where it's like, you know, from my experience, one of the biggest problems with the rev share type model, cloud-based brokerage model, is people give with expectation, you know, and which I understand to a point.
Oh, it hurts.
But like, you should also just give to help, you know?
Well, if you truly bring value, the cards are going to fall in the right spot.
Yeah, but I'm a big, like, whatever you put out, you get.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know if you guys remember that story where I donated, or I bought this lady a roof.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
And this was early on in my career, and I was broke as hell, and I ended up buying this lady a roof. And all I said, and she said, what in the world can I do for you? And I just said, can you please pray for me? Because I was like negative in my bank account and all this stuff. And that's when my career really took off. And I made, you know, second year in real estate, made over 300 grand. And then things just kind of took off, you know? And so since then, I'm like, dude, just do what's right, you know, and give back to the people and good things will happen. You shouldn't do stuff predicated on a return.
Yeah.
And like, to be fair, gosh, I want to like name drop, dude. Early in my career, the very first brokerage I was at, I was exposed to that sort of mentality where it's like, I'm only going to care about you if I get something from you back. And it was disgusting, you know? Like I looked at it like, I'm not a fan of this.
That was one of my issues and my journey. I was at EXP early at 2017 for about 120 days. And they wouldn't let me wholesale contract. Which
that was new, yeah. Like I talked to the broker.
I was one of the first people doing that, right? Like before it was popular or mainstream. And that's how I make 90% of my income.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, this is cool, but all right, peace.
Yeah.
And then, but in that process, I had brought like 30 people over in my front line. I had a 100-person organization in 4 months.
Like, imagine if you
that's crazy.
Oh yeah, it would have been silly. Like I definitely left the bag, but I went and did well. So, but in that 120 days, I had never had more stress in phone calls because people were naming me because I was bringing value and I was being loud. I was on the internet doing what I do. And I'd get so many calls from EXP agents being like, that was my person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then why didn't they name you, dude? I don't know what to tell you. Like, why are you calling me?
Sure.
Like,
sure.
That is the weirdest thing about being at a model like this is when you have people that act like that. And I will tell you, I've not had that happen at Real. I was just talking this morning about it, where it's just kind of crazy because at another company, I would have like these girls that I don't even know would be like, don't name Kristen as a sponsor. And then they'd like trash why they shouldn't name me as sponsor. And I heard it over and over. And I'm like, that sucked like so bad. And then here it would be like, if somebody says that to somebody, it's like, oh, Kristen's like legit. Like you totally should. It's like more like people like behind me cheering me on.
Yeah.
And that's been like one of the best things for me.
Yeah. And I think, you know, that's also the importance of building, and we've kind of spoke on this, like building a community within your organization.
Yeah.
You know, because there's power behind that. Like if someone names you as a sponsor, there's like an obligation there, in my opinion. Like I think choosing your upline is very, very important. Coming from EXP, like it's something I learned very quickly. And I feel like a lot of people, like that blue wave that happened a few years ago, like I'm seeing agents name people, and I'm like, why? You know, like what do you, and I've had
there
conversations,
strategy there? Yeah.
You know, like what are they going to do for you? And I'm like, I don't know. Like it was like this, to put it in a very kind of weird way, it's like very amateur what I saw. Like when you pick your upline, you should be really strategic with who you pick. It's very important.
I think even with Real too, because Real has one Real, one culture,
No, that's what
right?
I mean, like with Real, yeah.
Yeah, but it has one Real, one culture, which to Kristen's point, it has been so much more open and communal.
Yeah.
But there is a human nature to when someone, you named us sponsor. There is now not only our relationship and our love for you, but there is a monetary tether between us that I have a gajillion people that want to call back right now, a text back, a DM. When you calling, or any of my personal sponsors call, something internally in my brain is like, oh, I sponsored them. Like, I need to grab this.
Yeah, there's like
I need. There is a weight to it, a good, healthy weight.
Sure.
Yeah.
That you want your sponsor to have.
Sure.
And so now, if you can strategically get the attention and time from someone that can bring you value, it's important to name the right person. It really is.
But even before I came over, like you and I met at Silos, and I'm like, hey, this is what I need from you, right? Like we had this conversation. We sat down for an hour, had coffee. Said here, like.
I thought that was our spot.
Wait.
It's everyone's
Yeah,
spot.
I go there a lot of people.
So I've been in Silos with many people.
Don't put me on blast.
No, I even asked. I said, "How do I make this make
Sure,
sense?"
100%.
And you said,
100%.
"Like this, right?"
Yeah. But I think it's important for people to know, like,
I think it's really important for people to know too.
because I think, like, you know, from my experience at EXP, and I know I'm talking about them a lot, but like, people who had a bad experience in these models, they have a bad upline.
Yeah.
You know, like they feel like they're on an island. They feel like they're not growing. They're not learning anything. And the people that your organization at Real should be introducing you to new ideas, you know, or helping you compound on the ideas that you currently have. Like if you're into farming, like let's find more people who are crushing farms.
Yeah.
You know, and like let's set up a mastermind just for you guys so you can spitball ideas.
I just love the spitballing ideas. That's my favorite part about this is like I have so many. I always talk about like when you have community, what that means to me is like in every area of your life, you should be able to pick up your phone and call at least 5 people. If it's about your marriage, parenting, business. So the way that I look at positioning at Real is like I have more than 5 people, which is fantastic to call and like go back and forth with. And that to me has moved me forward in my business so many different times. And so I just love all the people that we have now in our.
Sure, yeah, and like a lot of times the missing piece in your mind seems very vast, but a lot of times it's like one answer and
Totally.
it connects things. And so you just need to have like a conversation. You go, holy shit, like that makes a lot of sense, you know?
Yes.
And so being able to pick up the phone and be like, hey, Temp, I'm trying this thing out. And he goes, well, maybe if you tried this, it's like, oh, duh.
Or, hey,
Yeah.
I tried it and I burned through 10 grand because that was a bad channel.
Yeah.
Or, and it's been great too, because also one thing I love is we all run kind of different models, but it's like the Avengers of sorts, because it's like, if I have a agent, like the room.
Iron Man though, right?
Yeah, you're Iron Man. I'll be whoever. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't have enough hair to be Thor. Nor do you. So, like the room we put together yesterday, right? It had a mix of like multi-million-dollar developers, investors, newer agents. Whenever I have a newer agent or someone, not even newer, someone that's saying, hey, I don't want to go grow the 40-person team, but I want to have profitability.
Yeah.
My mind instantly goes, you need to talk to Jeremy, because he's ran the 40-person team. He now runs the leveraged model. Like, you can give them way better advice.
Yeah.
I haven't ran a real estate team successfully. I've tried it 4 times. I haven't done it in a few years.
Yeah.
But if you want to know about investing, how to make a lot of money as an investor, I think I'm hands down the best person to speak to.
Yeah.
Right? And then you want to learn about, and you have so many talents, but if you want to learn about congregating a community and getting people excited to be together and have a vision and have like you have created one of the most insane groups of like collective good spirits.
Yeah.
So whenever people are like, yeah, I want to get people together, I want to create community, I want to have culture in that way, I'm like, bang.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think it's nice to have different skills.
100%.
Right? And
Well,
then,
that's leverage too. Because
Yeah.
if you're like talking to somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not good at that,
Yeah.
then you're like, who am I connected with that is? And that's great.
Yeah.
I love that part of it.
Yeah.
for sure.
I think it's important.
So what
I take the upline very serious.
upline?
I take it
People
very
don't realize that RevShare is a real business in itself.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, everyone needs to like right now realize that and treat it that way for
You
sure.
should treat it like a business. Like, it should have almost its own P&L. It'd be the most simple P&L ever because it's just a deposit. But you should reinvest some of those dollars into growth and treat it like a company. And
Yeah.
like now, I'm officing at the co-working space you are at Kiln, which we love. But a little bit of money, and now I can rent out these beautiful spaces for the meetup I did yesterday, and for breakout sessions or one-on-ones. Like, RevShare's paying for that.
Yeah.
And people just.
Well, and it just paid. I know you talked about this on a previous podcast, but like you just paid for a big family trip for your whole family with RevShare, which
So
is
I took
cool.
3 months of RevShare. I just let it stack up. I didn't pull it, and I was like, "This will be the summer fund."
Yeah.
Right. So we were able to do a house in San Diego, on the water. Right. And which I guess I could have paid out of my normal money.
But it's not nice.
But
that
it
it's
felt
not.
like free. And I know it's not free. It was my money. But I was like, I didn't pay for this.
Yeah.
You know. And I was able to bring my parents, and no one had to pay for anything. Right. It was just
So
like, hey
great.
guys, we're solid. And then we went to the mountains and did the same. So that RevShare is.
And I think a lot of agents, you know, they have the mentality of why would someone name me type of thing, right? Like this limited belief of
Like an imposter syndrome?
sure. Yeah, I struggle with that all the time.
Oh yeah,
you
I
know?
struggle with that.
But that's also the reason why you pick a strong upline.
Yep.
Because like you don't need to have the answer. You just need to know the person that does.
Yes.
You know, and so if you're the connector of people,
Yep.
like you could easily grow your downline by just connecting people. know?
It's so true.
And now the changes. So I think the most attractive thing is to be productive at the thing. Like, go be a great realtor. Go be a great.
Agreed.
Go be great at whatever your thing is, right?
Yeah.
If for most realtors, right? Because we need realtors to be realtors in this model for it to work across the board. If you're a really productive realtor, now they've changed it to where if you cap, which is very doable, you open up 3 lines. All 3 lines are open for that annual year. If you hit elite, 5 lines are open. So you no longer have to play this go run a real estate business game, plus try to do this qualifying agents game, and you're trying to stack 25 agents on the top to open up all 5 lines. If you just go hit elite now, all 5 are open.
Yeah.
And then for us who grow big networks, right? Like you're on the attractor model. Like at 750 3 lines are open for the year in your network. At 1,000, 4 lines are open, and at 1,500, all 5 lines are open.
Yeah. I bet
Like, that's insane.
this could be like a podcast in and of itself, because I'm sure there's people listening being like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
Sure.
What's the
He's
real shit
talking
podcast?
Spanish right now.
Yeah.
But it is.
Entiendo español, no problemas.
But if you're tracking, this is like really cool information.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
so it is, and it's just been insane. Like every time, every quarter, this company never ceases to amaze me by just trying to make it better for the agents and saying, hey, let's tweak this, let's add this, and I'm like,
It's actually so agent centric. Like I feel like everyone says that. I'm like, this is actually the most agent centric brokerage I've ever seen, and entrepreneur centric for real estate agents.
And it comes from leadership, from like what I've seen from the outside in. You know?
For
so
sure.
good.
I know, like Sharon, I was always a fan. Like Sharon is just the dude.
He's
Sharon's
the
the
dude.
guy.
Like the first time I saw him speak, I was like, fuck, dude.
Not only
He's
is
got
he
the
like
juice,
so
man.
good at teaching, but then he also just remembers everybody. I'm like, how do you do that? I've like literally been in smaller rooms with him where he's just like pointing out people, telling their story. Like I literally walked by, I've met him one time. He's all, hey, Kristen. I'm like, how did you
That's
just
such a cool
remember?
skill
And I
set,
just,
man.
when I watch, I'm like in awe. I'm like,
Yeah.
because he was the day I'm talking about, he delivered 7 hours of tactical value to us. And then he was naming everybody and telling their stories. And I'm like, how does your brain work
Well,
like
that's
that?
what's cool about him is every single time I've seen him, it's like tangible shit.
So tangible.
It's
No
not
fluff.
like, yeah,
There's
it's
no
not
fluff.
like,
It's
Zero
go
fluff.
out and do the fucking work, dude.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, hey, let's send this email.
Yeah.
You know?
And
have
write
it say
these
these
things.
words.
Yeah.
Have it say
His-
these words and send it at this hour.
His email sprinkler system, I think is what he calls it, is
Yeah.
freaking gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
So I
He's a
think
stud.
like, you know, having him in leadership for so long, it's just trickled down and it is super agent centric.
And
Yeah.
it's across the board. The whole executive team and
Tamir, yeah.
and now Sharon sitting on the board. The culture and the leadership is there, and it starts from the top down. And they're always asking, how do we make this better for the agents, right? Because the only way we're going to grow is if the agents love it.
Yeah.
And you can grow, which we're the fastest growing in the nation right now, which is awesome. But if you have a hole in the bottom of the bucket where everyone's just leaving, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
So they've solved. I mean, transparently, one of the issues when I first came over was broker support.
Yeah.
They have solved that to the nth degree.
Yeah.
Like they have a metric now on satisfaction that has jumped almost double,
Wow.
where they're saying, "Hey, we heard you.
Yeah.
We've solved it.
Yeah.
Right? And we're going to keep solving it." So what's great is they take the feedback, they hear the agents, and it's kind of like I call Phoenix a big small city. Like it's a huge city, but if you're in real estate, you kind of know everybody, right?
You know
You're like, hey, I know
everyone.
everybody.
It's the same people. Yeah.
Real is become a very big company.
Yeah.
But it's like a big, small company. Like everyone
Totally.
knows everyone. The culture's good, and
I've always thought Real is the iPhone and other companies like an Android, where
I like this. I like where you're headed with this.
where other brokerages, they're a little clunky, and then iPhone takes these features and just makes them better, you know, and easier to use for the consumer.
Yeah.
And that's why iPhone's so successful, because it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? And so Real seems to be that way where it just kind of makes sense.
Well,
you
you're
know?
like 1 weekend, so I want to ask you
I
really
know.
bad, like, how is plugging
I'm not
your-
even in Reason. Like, I've never logged in.
I know. This
don't
is
know
why I
shit.
haven't asked
You
you that,
also
because
have
I'm
your
like, I
mom.
want to know.
100%.
You have your mom who does
But
that.
your mom, so let's talk about what
Yeah.
she said, because she's been at Real for probably like a month, 2
1
months
month.
now.
Yeah.
And so she's been able to like actually like bring your business into Reason
don't
and
know. I
stuff.
couldn't
She
You
tell
don't
told,
know?
she's sending cookies to my assistant.
we can't
Kim.
ask on this podcast about that aspect because you won't know. But
Yeah.
we'll have to do like part 2.
Yeah, sure. Like, she'll know all that stuff. I don't do anything.
I'll tell you this. So we had a meetup yesterday, and my assistant Kim helped her with all her onboarding.
Kim was huge.
And she was
huge.
like, I need to send Kim some flowers, some cookies, because she got me through all this.
Yeah.
So I would say, but what I want to get with your mom on, because she's so good and process oriented, is like, okay, everything Kim just showed you, and between the two of you, let's put that in some sort. And Real has great onboarding stuff.
Yeah.
The onboarding's fine. But when you're in, it's more than fine. But when you're putting your personalized business into something, there's little nuance to it. So if we can
100%.
package that up,
Well, and
so
a
as agents
team,
come, we can be like, hey, here's some FAQs.
Yep.
Here's some Loom videos.
Yeah. Yeah, she already has, like, she's very good at that. So she already has, like, her list of questions that she already asked.
And here's what's cool. I would not be shy at all if I bring someone over that doesn't have anything to do with you for whatever reason. I'd be like, hey, Jay, can I get that
100%.
onboarding thing because they need it? And you'd be like, what email?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I love, is it's not always this tit for tat.
Yeah,
well, you know, I mean, and a lot of people know you and I together, right? And like, most often I'm just like, if you're talking to Kristen, then that means you're talking to me. We're good.
Yeah.
Like, and that's been it's been rewarding.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been cool. Did you hit 300 this week?
I'm at like 297, I think. I was screenshotting this morning because I had a big team texting me and they wanted to see what my year looked like. I was like, here you go. So I'm close.
But you're earning on all 5 lines, right?
Yeah.
My dumbass was earning on 2 lines for 2 years.
But you've gotten you've done so good the last couple months.
I've like put intention on it.
Yeah.
And I will have I'll have 4 lines open as of tomorrow. And so this month I only missed out on $2,000 instead of 8.
Yeah, eight's a hard one.
8's tough to stomach. But yeah, that rev share gets so good, and then with the production you have, the stock that you earn.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm like, I believe in real long term, and you know, you should probably hold stock long term. As soon as my stuff vests, I take it and I go buy rental real estate.
Yeah.
So it's been, when I look at like the whole wealth creation over the 2.5 years, I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, and I think you have a very different model than like
everyone. I feel
everyone.
like. I know.
You know, like you are a recruiter, you're a community builder.
Yeah.
But agents, I think the best way to attract agents is go out and fucking crush real estate.
Yeah.
You know, so like
it is.
that's my focus. That's been my focus. That's why it's taken me a while to kind of make the move over to real, because I really wanted to build something that was dope.
You have to, at the end of the day, I think you just have to have built something credible to where people are like, I want to build that.
Yeah,
and so
and then
whether
share it
it's a
and talk about
farming
it.
business, a social media, but like whatever it is, they want to
Yeah.
learn from that. So yeah, I think you're
Because I
absolutely
know, like,
right.
from my experience, when I see people, they're like, hey, I had $100,000 a month. I'm like, what'd you do?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see that. You know? Like, give me more info on that.
Yes.
And so the more agents I can go out, I'm not saying you need to go do $100,000 a month, but like, show your success.
Yeah.
First have the success, then tell the story on how you got the success, and then agents will
Yeah, they'll ping you.
they'll be like, I want to come over.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised how many agents from that mastermind yesterday said they just saw you on Instagram and wanted to be around you.
Yeah,
Like, that's fucking crazy to me,
It's
bro.
so cool.
Yeah, I had 20 agents in there, and like I felt like I was like, guys, I swear this isn't a real meetup, but like everyone was like, well, I just moved to real because of temp,
Yeah.
and I wanted to
Yeah.
be around them. I saw them on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's
like
great.
a testament to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just fucking
Dude,
give value.
Instagram's a cheat
great.
code.
It is.
And I've been like, we talked about it yesterday, but I've been like more scientific with like the approach on that.
Sure.
And the feedback has been so good. Like, so I only speak to my avatar, which is realtors who want to learn investing and they want to make more money.
Yeah.
And I speak to that avatar, and then sure enough, my DMs are like, hey, dude, like I have like 6 or 7 DMs right now of people like, hey, can we talk about real?
Yeah.
So, dude, we freaking love you.
Wait, I want to ask one last question.
Oh, yeah,
So now that you've moved over, like
Official.
I want to know like what is your goal? Maybe like over the next 6 months, like what is your main focus?
So I got a few different goals. So I have a long-term goal.
Okay.
It's a 2027 goal,
Okay.
which is do 100 units from the beach. That's kind of like the overarching premise of everything I do.
A year.
A year. So 100 units working from anywhere I can, right? You can replace beach with whatever you want, right? For me
Just have that
personally,
autonomy.
Yeah, like I want to be in Carlsbad, California for 6 months of the year, not have to worry about anything. My business still kicks. I'm doing 10 hours of hard work, so I'll just be Zooming, writing contracts. Short term, like this for the rest of the year, I'm trying to build up my system. I don't have anything like tangible, which I know is like a sin, right?
I don't think it's a sin.
But I'm trying to kind of perfect this system. So like
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that season. I'm in grind mode right now.
Yeah.
So I'm open housing like crazy, which is awesome.
5 to 6 a week, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm open
that's
housing like
awesome.
crazy. I use it as a mobile office, so I still make calls. I still send emails just from the open house. So if it's a dud, still had a good day.
still had a good day.
Still had a good day. Like I was on the phone with someone on the way here, and I'm like, I honestly don't know if I'll take a day off the rest of the year. You know, like I'm in fucking grind mode.
Yeah.
Because I need to go generate revenue so I can buy more leverage.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you're in that season right now.
Sure, yeah. And like I talked about it with my family, like they know, like I'm all in. I need to go generate some money. So then, you know, my goal is next year I could dump 15 grand a month in PPC and really scale out, remove myself from the open house life, and that's how I'm going to
PPC
get.
will become the top of the funnel.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
So by January, have 15 grand a month and spend on ads,
And then is your real goal, like with Reel or attracting there, is it more of a byproduct of doing that really well? Like
Yeah,
if you go do that really well, Reel will take care of itself.
Yeah. You know, kind of like what I just said, like I'm a big believer in producing. So if I could just go produce, talk about it, I will be more intentional with having conversations with agents, though, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I'm going all in on that.
And
shit
that's the thing too, is like I'm not shy about asking. Well, you know.
Sure,
like,
dude, because like if you come at it from, your
People
life
know
will
if
be
it's a
better
real-
at Reel, right? Like your life will be better.
Yeah.
the math is better,
Yeah.
and I don't sugarcoat it. I don't roundabout. People know why you're calling.
Yeah.
Like this morning on that same call that we both got, I was just I was like, is this going to become that conversation? And like for me,
Yeah.
so I finally just called. I was like, hey, is this what you're thinking? Like,
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was
And
like,
it-
I'm happy to talk on it, but I just ask.
Yeah, and it's funny because I had a different meeting with a different team lead yesterday, and they were like, well, you know, I've talked to you and I've talked to X, and all they did was just like tried to pitch me the whole time. And I think that's what all three of us don't do, right? It's like we do a really good job of just like being curious about why somebody wants to come and building the relationship, and if they name you, fantastic. So I think that we all three have that in common,
Yeah.
where it's not like a weird thing.
I do
But
think if you're
ask.
not in a rev share model, you need to be though.
Oh,
Like it's superior.
it's free money.
It's like
superior.
actually insane. Like when you talk to somebody and they're just the problems that they have, and you're like, the answer is like
Yeah.
so clear. How have you not seen
Yeah.
this yet? You
From
know,
every aspect, right?
Yeah.
From
production, from
like you get your stock,
Yeah.
which is like whatever. Like it's cool.
it's not whatever. It's real.
It's
I've bought rental properties with it. Yeah, no, it's real. Pun intended.
like it's cool. Rev share is cool, but like the open source of the people in your world,
Yeah.
like that's the game changer.
Totally.
You know, like I could go to Kenny Klaus because he's in your community and be like, hey, bro, can you give me your playbook? Mm-hmm. Be like, sure. Like,
Kenny's a
that's
stud.
big
We need
name,
to get Kenny on, by the way.
you
we
know?
should, yeah.
He's a stud.
Like that's a big name, but like you go to HomeSmart, like that's not happening. Like that's not happening. That community's not there. The environment, the vibe of that whole brokerage just isn't there like that. you
Yeah.
know? And like I could go to anyone here and say, hey, I saw you did 100 grand a month. How'd you get there? And they'll spend time with you. They'll sit down with you. They'll show you the playbook.
Absolutely.
Like that's the power, in my opinion.
Yeah.
On why everybody should be in a model like this.
Yeah.
Because it changed my world.
Yeah.
Like again, the rev share is cool, the stock is cool, but it's access to the people who are fucking crushing.
Yeah.
Which is the best part.
And don't just move passively. Like you've got to actually like put yourself out there. I think I do
for
see
sure.
people that get like nervous to ask.
100%. But they're coming from an environment where that's strange.
Yes. So
You know?
like I always encourage people like go and ask the
Yeah.
questions, like build the relationships, because people
Yeah.
are willing to give it to you.
Also, though, I think like being aligned with the right big ship matters. So we had Dustin Brome on,
Yeah.
who is her co-sponsor, me and him.
Yeah.
And then you experienced it in the past too, when you were at EXP, just to call it what it is. There was some, look at us. There was some, like Dustin spoke about it on his pod. He goes, there were some people in my world that devoured all my content, were at my masterminds, were in my rooms, were in my world, but EXP was just a non-starter. They just weren't going to go.
Yeah.
And then the moment I moved to Reel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're like, okay, now I'm ready.
Yeah.
I
So,
love that happened.
I always described it as like the EXP was always the villain, and then Reel came in like the knight in shining armor.
Totally.
And people are like, oh,
What did
this
someone
is cool.
say?
This is
Someone
cool.
said on your post, I hate that we keep talking about this, but on your
don't.
post, it was like, you just did the EXP thing. And you're like, what's the EXP
Oh,
thing? It's
yeah.
like, move to Reel.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That was good. I laughed.
But it's for me, I'm a salesman at heart, and I want to sell something that's easier to sell.
Sure,
and that I believe in,
100%.
right? And like, as much as I have some friends at EXP that I adore,
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Right,
And
I
that's
know.
something my mom always said too. Like she was really the motivator behind Reel. Like she's been wanting to move. Like she's adored you forever. Like wanted
love
to be
her.
attached to you. But she said at Reel I can talk about it and feel good about it. You
Yeah.
know, she didn't really feel that at EXP for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know, like that's her own thing. But when we moved, she's like, I'm excited because I believe in Reel.
Yeah.
You know, and it's easier to sell something you believe in.
Yeah, totally.
And now with our co-sponsorship, which is just like hands down better when you look at the math, but just like in the real world human element of it, I think even you were like, hey man, like I'm ready, but hey, my mom likes Kristen. I was like, oh, I was like, that's a non-issue. Like, we're a family. Like, we're good. Like, and you like instantly were like, oh, I thought this might be a little bit of a, hey, by the way, Kristen's in the equation. I'm like, this is a.
So I've thought about that a lot, the co-sponsorship thing. And I think that's one of the reasons why the culture at Real is protected. And what I mean by that is like, you're able now to find someone that you really look up to and attach yourself to them, but that you can also go to your best friend who's at Real and attach yourself to them.
Like, hey, I still love you.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go under you, but halfway, and that's like a way to protect that relationship, which I think helps the culture. Right, where typically it'd be like,
or
because real estate ruins relationships.
But
right?
even if it's not the best friend scenario, but if you say strategically, 100%. I want this investor connection with Temp, and I want the community building, and you guys, like you guys said 97 realtor names before our podcast, and I don't know them. I'm like, I'm not in the realtor world as much as you guys. Like you guys collaborating on that side is gangbusters, right? So you can strategically say, okay, I want a little bit of this, and I want a little bit of this. There's nothing wrong with that. And granted, I love to solely sponsor when I'm able to, if it makes sense. But also, if someone even brings it up, I go, great, let's find you a co-sponsor. Like,
well, at the end of the day, we're looking at what's best for the person that's coming over, and that's definitely not always out there.
Yeah, but it's also more leverage for who comes over, right? If they say, hey, I'm under Jeremy and Temp, or Jeremy and Kristen, or Kristen and Temp, whatever, like, they have access to so much more. You know,
it's a huge so you think when you're a recruiter, you got to think retention, and what is the long-term play here, like what's going to make them happy long-term. So
but people have to understand with rev share, it isn't a set it and forget it. Yes, it is pretty dang passive, but if you really care about it, if you care about your people, you then need to be thinking, how do I bring value to them?
Totally.
Like, or else it will dwindle, and they will feel like the person, like, oh my God, I named this person, and then I've never heard from them again. Like,
it's a responsibility.
It's a responsibility, and it's a great responsibility because it passively pays you a ton of money. So it's like, I'm glad to have it. But it's not. I don't want people to get it twisted that it's this. Oh, I got you to sign my link and
game over.
It's not like that.
No, you need to. It's a business.
It is.
Yeah, as long as you feed it, it feeds you.
Dude, let's hit a little backhand slap. Look at that.
Bang bang.
Thank you for being on. Where can people find you?
You want my home address? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
Perfect.
Instagram, jeremyfuhst.com_. That's it.
Easy.
Instagram, Jeremy Fuhst _.
Yeah, FUHST.
Why the underscore?
There's another Fuhst that
There's
took
not
it.
another one.
Dude.
Who took it?
No, I did.
And then you lost it.
No, I deleted it.
And now you can't get it.
2 years ago? 2 or 3 years ago, I had the genius idea to try to rebuild my Instagram. Because my Instagram that I had before was throughout my whole life, right? So I had like 6,000 followers, but they were like from
like when you were in a band.
Roommate. Yeah, like just a vast.
Oh, I forgot you were in a band.
Like very wide demographic of people. So I'm like, all right, well, if I can start over, then rebuild it with more like real estate intention people, I think my engagement will go up. And if my engagement goes up, then I'll grow faster. I had this whole grand scheme. Committed to deleting it, waited 30 days, tried to start it up again, and it said Jeremy Fuhst was taken. So I'd add the underscore. So now I restarted with a new thing. It was a nightmare. Worst decision I ever made. Worst decision I ever made.
I had a pretty big Instagram. It was like 20,000 followers back in 19. And I was having like a midlife crisis. I was like, Instagram's stupid. Like, and it makes me all my money. I was like, I hard deleted it. I was like all into this minimalism. I was like, I need nothing. And I couldn't deactivate it like a reasonable human. I deleted this thing. And I had to rebuild.
Oh, that is
now I've rebuilt.
Crazy.
Yeah, so that rebuilt. I've rebuilt and it's gone well and it's all worked out. But oh my God, I had that moment where I was like, what did I started a flannel company called Canyon Boy Flannels. And I had that Instagram, they would have sold. I have a closet full of flannels.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway,
hey, I mean, at least
you guys, thank you for being here. We love doing these pods. I'm getting so many calls and DMs. Like people are like, yo, I've been loving the pod.
I love that. Yeah, me too.
And especially our target audience is people interested in real or at real.
Yeah.
And I think it's really been serving a lot of people that have moved over that they're like, oh, You guys are helping me understand what's available.
I love that.
So we've been
crushing it.
I don't know what's
Awesome.
available, so you guys need to.
We got. You're like, I got 6 opens this week.
Like, I don't even know. Haven't been in Reason.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.